Hello, and welcome to another episode of Golden Line Speaks, a solo podcast. You know, lately I've noticed, ever since I started doing YouTube, that my life has become really weird lately. Most of the time, I'm thinking about content and new videos. I'm watching YouTube to come up with ideas. I'm looking at life completely differently. So it's really strange once you become a content creator, because it has me kind of thinking. And now I'm starting to notice when I go places and look around, I think a lot of content creators were invisible to me before, but now even when I go to the park or something, I just always see somebody filming. And when you see content creation from the outside looking in, it is crazy looking, like for real. Like I went to the park the other day just to kind of chill out and, get some sun. And I see guys flying drones, people standing in the middle of a basketball field with a big tripod recording God knows what, their hands flying all over the place. Much like myself. And it just looks real strange from the outside looking in. So even just in my own life, just kind of the way you think about things and the way you go about things is completely different. I'm sure my fellow YouTubers out there can understand. Also, what's weird is you get kind of obsessed with the numbers. You start scrolling through your YouTube Studio app, which I need to uninstall, to look to see how many followers you get. Now, you guys tell me something, because there's something that weird happens. You ever get followers and views, and then you check the next day and now you got one or two less followers and views? I'm sure other people know what the science and stuff is behind this, but I don't. The whole thing is just kind of strange to me. And then you get to the point where you start practicing how to speak in front of the camera and wondering, are you being yourself, your true authentic self, or are you being some sort of overhyped weirdo? And then I used to think that the amount of content creators and the niche for content creators and what we go through is small, really small, but it's actually quite big. But it's interesting to go through life as a content creator and a YouTuber. So one of the weird things I've been going through and noticing, just trying to practice recording and even how I'm going to run my words, because these words sound weird. And I notice one of the things you do, if you watch yourself in video, you start to notice the things that you do. And one of the things I've noticed I do is I reach for my nose all the time, like I'm picking at it or something, and that's not really it. But you know what, another really weird thing that I do, I actually think I did this before, but now I'm really noticing I did this. I'm starting to talk to myself in the car while I'm driving as if somebody's actually recording and I'm actually filming a video. It looks like really strange. And then I get subconscious as I drive down the street wondering if someone in the car next to me drives past me and looks at me talking. It's like, what is this weirdo over here doing? Especially if I'm parked in a certain place or something like that. It gets real strange real quick. And the way I watch content now is even completely different than it was before. Now when I'm watching videos on YouTube, it's almost like how you just look at how the video's put together and all the little aesthetics and things about it. You don't watch it the same anymore. It kind of spoiled it for me. You know what it reminds me of is just one year, I played fantasy football, and it like completely ruined the way that I watch football, because then you start to care about people's individual efforts and not so much about the team or even wanting a good game. So YouTube has kind of become the same way for me. We got spoiled a little bit, where I have to remember to watch it just to enjoy it and not be like, I wonder what camera he's using. I wonder what his setup looks like. Like, you basically got to learn to get over all that and just create. And that's what it's coming to for me. I've had to come to the point now where it comes to just creation stuff. I'm not going to sit here and look at everything and try to emulate it. I'm just going to kind of, make my stuff up. Because it's funny, because half the gear that I bought for setting up for what I originally wanted to do, I don't really even need anymore because I'm trying to do something else, or at all. So yeah, being a content creator, YouTuber, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're on, is pretty interesting, because it's always a dopamine hit that hits. And each one of these platforms is a little bit different. So I found that YouTube will push your stuff, and when I say stuff, your videos, for about a week before it's like, all right, bro, time to move on, and maybe encouraging you to make another video. And then TikTok's about 24 hours. About 24 hours later, they stop pushing that, and your views and likes and all that stuff go away. Instagram, I'm still figuring out Instagram. I don't even know how that works. Instagram is pretty crazy. It's not like it was before. I guess maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy now. Like I always say, I know I look good, as they say, black don't crack, but I'm 40 years old, even though I look much younger and more handsome. And I know you see that beard shining, but nah, I'm actually a kind of old school dude. And I'm just discovering some of the social media and content creator. And you know what's even crazier is I used to make fun of content creators, or at least think down on them in my head, and now I'm one of them. So I'm trying to be a little less obvious about my content creation than everybody else. And I think what I'm trying to do most is just show up authentically and just not be so heavily edited. I mean, obviously it's going to be some editing, but not so super heavily edited and whatnot. So one of the things I want to leave off this video with, because I don't want my videos to be super long. Me myself, when I watch videos, sometimes when I see videos on the same topic, I'll go for the one with a combination of a decent amount of views and the shorter one. And if I don't get what I want out of that first shorter one, then maybe I'll watch the longer one later, because you know we all got ADD. We ain't got time for all that. So I want to keep these videos pretty short. So I want to end this with me just encouraging other YouTubers, content creators, TikTokers, Instagrams, whatever, to keep doing you and to keep being creative. We don't need to see, and everyone calls out Mr. Beast, but we don't need to see more Mr. Beast and all the editing styles and craziness. We just want to see you, because the one thing all these courses and stuff don't teach you is the X factor of you. That's right. Most people watch these videos mostly for you, and that could be just the way that you look. I mean, it does factor in if you're handsome or cute or pretty or whatever, and then your voice, your personality, all that stuff. So whether or not I have a good voice and a personality, whether or not I'm handsome, I mean, my wife thinks I'm handsome. That's going to be up for you guys to decide. But for now, we're just going to lead with my regular personality, which I guess will come out even more as we go on. And like I always say to all you beautiful people out there, if you made it this far, you're a rock star and a true fan, and I appreciate you even listening to what a man like me has to say. And as I always say, y'all be good.